And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. In our Torah portion today, Adonai gives the instructions to Moshe for building the Mishkan, the tabernacle, that later became the temple. This is the place where God's glory would dwell with his people on this earth. And in the third aliyah of Terumah, today's Torah portion, we see the instructions for how to build the menorah. He says, "Make a lampstand out of pure gold and hammer it out, base and shaft. Its flower-like cups, buds, and blossoms shall be of one piece with it. 6 branches are to extend from the sides of the lampstand, 3 on one side and 3 on the other. 3 cups shaped like almond flowers with buds and blossoms are to be on one branch, 3 on the next branch, and the same for all 6 branches extending from the lampstand. And on the lampstand there are to be 4 cups shaped like almond flowers with buds and blossoms. 1 bud shall be under the first pair of branches extending from the lampstand, and a 2nd bud under the 2nd pair, and a 3rd bud under the 3rd pair, 6 branches in all. The buds and branches shall all be of one piece with the lampstand, hammered out of pure gold. Then make it 7 lamps, and set them up on it so that they light the space in front of it. Its wick trimmers and trays are to be of pure gold. A talent of pure gold is to be used for the lampstand and all these accessories. See that you make it according to the pattern shown you on the mountain." Adonai had very specific directions for Moshe in building every part of the Mishkan. And he has something very special to teach us through the menorah, the light, his light. In Psalm 18:28, it says, "You, O Lord, keep my lamp burning. My God turns my darkness into light." So what do you think is so special about light? What do you think Adonai might be teaching us through his menorah? Shall we keep reading and find out? 2 Corinthians 4:6 says, "For God, who said, 'Let light shine out of darkness,' made his light to shine in our hearts, to give us the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of the Messiah." That goes back to the beginning, doesn't it? When God said, "Let there be light." And what does this say? It shines where? In our hearts. And it gives us the light of the what? The knowledge of the glory of God, seen in the face of who? The Messiah. Wow! And what else does he say? The difference in the light and the darkness. Let's go to 1 John. 1 John 5-7 says, "This is the message we have heard from him and declare to you. God is light." God is light. That's the first thing we can learn. And in him is no darkness at all. He separated light from darkness. Do you remember that? So if God is light, to be in the light is to be with him. That's right. Verse 6, "If we claim to have fellowship with him and yet walk in the darkness, we lie and do not live by the truth. But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Yeshua, his son, purifies us from all sin." So we learn that God is light, and that when we are walking in the light, we have fellowship with him, with each other, and Yeshua the Messiah purifies us from all sin. Wow! There's more in chapter 2, verses 7-10. He says, "Dear friends, I am not writing you a new command, but an old one, which you have had since the beginning." And we just read that in the beginning, didn't we? When God said, "Let there be light." So this is the old command is the message you have heard. Yet I am writing you a new command. Its truth is seen in him and you, because the darkness is passing and the true light is already shining. Anyone who claims to be in the light but hates his brother is still in the darkness. Whoever loves his brother lives in the light, and there is nothing in him to make him stumble. But whoever hates his brother is in the darkness and walks around in the darkness. He does not know where he is going, because the darkness has blinded him. Wow. So, to be walking in the light means that we're walking with God, and we have fellowship with each other, and Yeshua is purifying us from sin. John 12, 44 through 46, let's see what Yeshua says. He cries out, "When a man believes in me, he does not believe in me only, but in the one who sent me. When he looks at me, he sees the one who sent me. I have come into the world as a light, so that no one who believes in me should stay in darkness." So what is the way out of darkness and into the light? Yeshua. Wow. We can learn a lot from the light of the world, the menorah set up in the Mishkan. Shabbat Shalom.